Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Here I am, Asad. In this video, I am going to talk about the very interesting concept that how a child acquires a language in a society whenever he is born. What are the circumstances that involve in acquiring the language acquisition? According to the Noam Chomsky, he has postulated that every individual, every human being that has born comes to in this world, he or she is endowed with some uh, innate potential, innate faculty, innate device. What Chomsky calls that is the language acquisition device, and this device actually he says that this device regulates the acquiring process of language, whatever the language. Actually, Noam Chomsky want to say that there is a one particular portion of human mind that control the inputs of language and output of language. And here in the Chomsky concept, he has said that one thing that is the competence, and the other thing that is the performance. And he says that every human being has the innate wild in his or her mind that regulates his or her linguistics ability. When the child is exposed in the society, when the child is born, then after that he came to in the society, and in the society he has his mother, his father, his family, his grandpa, his grandmother, and all his relatives, and all these are the things, these are the environment that gives the child the input of the language. Basically, this is the atmosphere that gives the child the input of the language. The child takes the input from that society, that environment. And after that, what is the child doing? Here the point is that what is the child doing? The child is only taking input from the surrounding. And what is the surrounding of the child? Mother, his father, his brother, his sister, his family, his uncle, his grandpa, his grandmother, and whoever around the child talking, even not to him, the child is observing all the phenomena, and after observing that phenomena, child develops his own grammar, and that is the competence of the child. That is the competence of every individual. And what is the performance? When the child uses that acquiring that phenomena in concrete form, that is the performance. When the child uses that data and he arranges the data and uses that data while speaking, whatever language the child is acquiring, that is the core point how the child is acquiring the language. I have told you that how a child acquires language. For acquiring, he does not know all the things, but he has one thing that has installed in his or her mind, and that is the one portion of his or her mind, and it operates the acquiring of the language. This is the whole process that involved during the acquiring a language in a natural way. Whatever the language we are acquiring, in that acquiring a language, the only one process that has been followed in every individual mind, that is whatever I am talking to you, that in Chomsky term, that is every individual, every human being, when he or she is born, he is endowed with one particular thing that Chomsky calls the genetic. This is the part of the human genetic makeup that ensure the learning, acquiring of language. And the child acquires the language, he only takes the data from his or her surroundings, and he, after taking data, he observes what the data is, what type of data is being provided to the child. He only observes the data, and then he uses that data, and his mind process that data. After that, one stage comes when the child became the fluent speaker of one particular language, and that particular language will be called a language. That will be a language, and before acquiring that, there is no a language, there is only language. What Chomsky called that, this is the universal grammar. Keep watching my video if you want to get more about linguistics and language. Thank you very much.